Evolutionary Outlook on Life by Swami Ramananda. Chapter 3. Spiritualism. Spiritualism is like a bugbear to those who do not understand it. As I understand it, it is not a rejection of life, nor is it a massacre of one's susceptibilities. It is rather the total acceptance of life. It leaves out no side of it. It aspires to a fullness of life, to a holiness which is wholeness. Those who have formed an erroneous idea of spiritualism alone fight shy of it. People make watertight compartments, spiritual and material. It is meaningless. The divine embraces all. Nothing is outside the ken of the master of evolution. The evolutionary process embraces all alike. The man who is leading a fast life is also undergoing the process of evolution as the one who is given to meditation and prayer. One who is groveling in filth is on the same ladder as the one who is clean, only they are at different ranks. This is all spiritual evolution. All experience is spiritual. All endeavor is spiritual. It is contributing to the one single process which is going on variously in the universe. Spiritualism is an endeavor to trace the divine thread through one and all alike. It is an attempt to recognize him at work everywhere, from the stirrings in a living cell to human beings, from a speck of dust to a mountain, from the humble hearth of a peasant to the palace of a king. It is to catch the glimmer of his light in the materialist and the spiritualist, in the sinner and the saint, in the ant and the elephant alike. It comprises an infinite breadth of vision, a giddy height of comprehension, and embraces all at a glance. The spiritual man can exclude none. He can hate none. He has to accept all. He has to embrace all. The divine dwells in all alike. Whom can he reject? Spiritualism is such an outlook. It does not incapacitate man for action. It teaches that action is the path of spiritual growth. Duty is sacred according to it. It is the line of one's evolution. It is worship, for the master of evolution accepts the offerings of work. Work in proper spirit lifts as nothing else. Experience is indispensable for evolution, so there arises no question of shunning life. Seclusion is a temporary measure needed to equip oneself to be able to better share in the divine sacrifice, the world play. It is no ideal. It is not to be aspired for. It has no value in itself. Spiritualism teaches no escape from life. It advocates no cowardice. It does just the reverse. Problems are inevitable in life. Sufferings and failure are quite natural. They have to be accepted, but not merely because they are inevitable. They have to be accepted cheerfully. They are the harbingers of rapid growth. Spiritualism does not mean an apathy towards the world. It means selfless love, sympathy, and service. It means an utter negation of selfishness. The world in which spiritualism dominates will become filled with joy. It will become a happy place to live in, where human beings do not fly at one another's throat. They love, live, and let live. They are human, worthy to be called men, sons of God. Spiritualism raises a vision of the divine life before man. It calls him to fulfill his noble destiny. It studies the higher aspects of evolution, that is, superhuman stage, and shows the way to it. Transcend desire. Transcend greed and passion. Transcend hatred and malice. Transcend attachment. Transcend all that is lower, all that is for misery and keeps man down. Transcend it all. Do not kill it. It has all to be transcended in due course. Its transcendence is inevitable. You may hasten it by proper effort and can sooner pass into divinity. You may aid your younger brethren to pass on quicker to their fulfillment by doing so yourself. Spiritualism advocates no suppression, nor does it advocate indulgence. Understand. Change the structure of your whole being so that indulgence can no longer fit in. Transform your entire constitution by outgrowing your present stage so that the energy of sex becomes the light of pure love. Thus there remains no question of suppressions. Life is the road to divinity. As you move ahead, all these lower tendencies will be left behind. The faster you move, the quicker you will leave them behind. Spiritualism talks not of sin. It accepts the necessity of erring for growth and gives man the freedom to do so. We have to pay for all that we do. That is good. It is educative. It aids the process of evolution. Spiritualism talks not of prohibitions, but awakens man to an understanding of the plan that is evolution. It shows him what is what in evolution. It gives him a sense of values. It threatens not. It frightens not man with eternal damnation. Freedom is essential for growth. It respects human freedom to err. It advocates the higher life, but accepts you where you stand. It is not impatient. It knows of infinite future life wherein growth is possible. It has an ever-fresh message of hope. It knows of no failure and no frustration. It knows of marching on and on. It knows only success. There can be no failure. From joy to greater joy it leads. You will find no stay in spiritualism when all the stays of life are gone. You will find light when all the lights have failed you. You will discover an order where apparently there ranks chaos. In utter despair, you will find hope. Spiritualism will come as a mother when out of bewilderment you are ready to cut your throat. It will show that life has a meaning and a purpose. It will tell you that even the most unworthy in the world is worthy enough to live and love. It can bring hope to the frustrated and life to the almost dead. Suicides are on the increase. Why? Man does not know the value of life. The value he foolishly attaches to it is so small that it is no value. Life is the 2 pence which can be done away within a trice. This is the result of our philosophy of life. To make material ends the highest in life is to invite doom. It is to play in the hands of the lower nature. It is to fall a willing victim to that demoness desire. She captivates. She kindles a fire which consumes all. Material ends cannot satiate. Desire grows. Man envies man. He is jealous. He grows inimical and fights. He is frustrated. Life becomes meaningless, and he quickly does away with it. If pleasure is the object of living, what use is it living when there is no pleasure? This is perfect logic. Man, according to this philosophy, should have the right to kill himself. Consistency demands it. In the race for the good things of the world, all cannot come out first, but none is prepared to stand second. The materialistic outlook on life advocates material ends as the highest. There is nothing higher and nobler than material joys. Where does it lead to? To the war theater, to the concentration camp, to the self-fitted beloved gallows. It leads to the pistol bullet which can so readily dispatch. It creates war of nerves. It creates heats and panics. It makes man out a beast. That outlook is a delusion. It is a self-contradiction. It is based on ignorance of the real nature of pleasure. It betrays the shortness of vision. The last century has demonstrated the hollowness of it. It can give no real morality. All that it can advocate is a policeman morality. It is not bad to thieve, but it is certainly bad to be caught, declared, and punished. Evil is evil, not because of itself, but because it brings punishment. This exposes the bankruptcy of this outlook. This materialistic outlook on life has also got a place in the evolutionary course of things. When the reasoning mind evolves, the desire principle is stimulated, and it in its turn stimulates the lower nature and the reasoning mind along with the ego. Nothing better than such a limited vision is possible. Humanity at large is passing through this stage of evolution at present, and it is no wonder that it is suffering as it does. The inherent self-contradiction of materialism, that is, the very pursuit of material ends destroys them, prepares the field for the advent of the higher principle, wisdom. The self-inflicted civilized torture of man is driving him on. Mankind is in travail. Spiritualism advocates no escape from activity. It is not action which binds, but desire. Money does not bind. It is greed that does so. Woman does not drag, but it is lust that does. It advocates a higher and constructive outlook on life. It does not reject pleasures, but it does teach that there are no ends in themselves. Human life has a higher purpose. Humanity today is passing through a critical stage. Man's suffering has reached a climax. His lower nature is like an active volcano which is raining liquid fire and stone. Man is calling for help, but in vain. Help is to come from within, not without. The dawn of wisdom can alone solve the problem of humanity. Spiritualism denotes this dawn, but it can be appreciated only when mankind is ready for the coming step, not till then. Jai Shri Ram.